The golden retriever kept bringing the baby back from the garden. His owners thought he was being controlling. They found out he was being right. Mango was a 5-year-old golden, warm and agreeable in the way of the breed, with the specific talent of making all of his interventions feel like suggestions rather than corrections. He had been with the Hernandez family since before 18-month-old Luna was born, and had navigated her arrival and her increasingly mobile presence with patience. What he started doing in late September was returning her from the garden. Not the whole garden, a specific section. The raised beds along the left fence. Luna had discovered that the garden contained interesting things at toddler level, and she had been supervised there daily since she started walking. She liked the raised beds. She would grip the wooden edge and peer in. Mango started herding her away from the left raised beds specifically. Gentle, patient herding, his shoulder against her side, his body angled to redirect her toward the center of the yard. She would go back. He would redirect again. Her father, Jorge, moved him twice on the first day and watched him return and redirect each time. He said to his wife Carmen, "Mango has decided the left beds are off limits." Carmen said, "There's nothing there. I weeded last week." Jorge checked the beds. Soil, plants, nothing visible. 4 days later, Carmen was planting bulbs in the right beds and noticed something in the soil of the left beds, a shape she didn't place immediately. She cleared some soil with her trowel. Wasp nest? In the ground. Below the surface, accessible from the loose soil at the wooden bed frame where Luna gripped the edge. Not visible. Not audible at garden distance. The colony was active. Disturbing the frame would have brought them up at face level for a toddler. Subscribe now before the next detail. Because what the pest removal specialist said about the size of the colony and what the timing of September ground wasp activity means for aggression level is the context that made Carmen stop thinking of Mango's redirecting as controlling. The specialist, Thomas Osei, said September and October are peak aggression months for ground wasps. The colony is at maximum size. The queen is protecting winter brood, and any vibration near the entrance is treated as attack. This nest was directly under the frame edge where the child was gripping. Repeated gripping and pulling on the wooden frame over several days would have triggered a defensive swarm. He said the dog was keeping her away from an active defensive colony at its most aggressive seasonal point. Carmen said he started 4 days ago. Thomas said colonies reach peak aggression in September when a certain size threshold is hit. A dog can hear and smell a ground wasp colony at subsurface level. He would have registered the colony becoming audibly and chemically significant 4 days ago. He said he was tracking their escalation. Has your dog ever persistently redirected your child from a specific area of your yard? And did you find out why? Tell us in the comments. These stories deserve to be heard. Every guardian deserves to be recognized, even the ones who never asked for anything in return. If stories like this matter to you, subscribe so you never miss the next one. The nest was removed. The colony is gone. Luna can access the full garden again. Mango goes with her, as he always has, and does not redirect her from the left beds anymore. The frame is safe. He knows it. Carmen replanted the left beds in October. When she was working there, Mango lay in the center of the yard and watched. Not with the alert posture of the redirecting weeks, with the settled posture of a dog whose work in that corner is done. She thinks about 4 days of moving him away from the beds. She thinks about gripping in wooden frames and September aggression thresholds. She thinks about what she was moving him away from each time. She's not doing that again. Next, the husky who sat beside the new mother every morning, and the postpartum specialist who said what the dog was doing had a clinical name.